Page 366.
She gets cards on Mother's Day.
We get few telephone calls.
They get 1 hour for lunch.
He gets a low salary.
You get telegrams from your relatives.
Page 367.
I get medicine at the drugstore.
You get wine at the delicatessen.
He gets books at the bookstore.
I get perfume at the cosmetics center.
He gets tools at the hardware store.
Page 368. I don't get groceries at the drugstore. I get groceries at the supermarket.
You don't get pastries at the delicatessen. You get pastries at the bakery. He doesn't get magazines at the bookstore. He gets magazines at the newsstand.
I don't get flowers at the cosmetics center. I get flowers at the florist's.
She doesn't get gasoline at the hardware store. She gets gasoline at the gas station.
Page 369.
Does it get warm in the spring?
Yes, it does.
Does it get rainy in the spring?
Yes, it does.
Does it get cold in the winter?
Yes, it does.
Does it get windy in Chicago?
Yes, it does.
Does it get cloudy before a storm?
Yes, it does. Page 370.
Does it get warm in the summer?
No, it doesn't. It gets hot in the summer.
Does it get rainy in the winter?
No, it doesn't. It gets snowy in the winter.
Does it get cold in the autumn?
No, it doesn't. It gets cool in the autumn.
Does it get windy in London?
No, it doesn't. It gets foggy in London.
Does it get cloudy after a storm?
No, it doesn't. It gets sunny after a storm. Page 371. Don't you get wet in the rain?
Yes, I do.
Doesn't he get sleepy at night?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't she get sick when she gets wet in the rain?
Yes, she does.
Doesn't he get better with medicine?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't he get hungry at noon?
Yes, he does.
Page 372. Don't you get wet in the sunshine?
No, I don't. I get sunburned in the sunshine.
Doesn't she get sleepy at work?
No, she doesn't. She gets tired at work.
Doesn't she get sick in bed?
No, she doesn't. She gets well in bed.
Doesn't she get better without medicine?
No, she doesn't. She gets worse without medicine.
Doesn't he get hungry after lunch?
No, he doesn't. He gets thirsty after lunch.
Page 373. He gets on the bus at the bus terminal.
I get on the train at the train station.
She gets on the elevator on the first floor.
He's happy when he gets on the Ferris wheel.
The cat gets on the sofa. Page 374.
She gets on the plane at the airport.
You get on the subway at the subway stop.
He gets on the escalator on the first floor.
She's excited when she gets on the roller coaster.
The baby gets on his mother's lap.
Page 375.
To get off is to leave a form of transportation or a ride, or to remove oneself.
I get off the minibus on the corner.
She gets off the elevator on the fourth floor.
He's content when he gets off the Ferris wheel.
You get off your motorcycle after a ride in the street.
The cat gets off the sofa when the dog gets on. Page 376.
She gets off the trolley downtown.
He gets off the escalator on the 3rd floor.
She's sick when she gets off the roller coaster.
You get off your bicycle after a ride on the sidewalk.
The baby gets off his mother's lap when he goes crawling.
Page 377.
To get over is to recuperate, physically or emotionally.
You get over a cold in 2 weeks.
A person gets over a broken arm in 6 weeks.
It takes a few days to get over the measles.
She gets over a cough in 1 week.
It takes him a long time to get over a friend's death. Page 378.
You get over a headache with aspirin.
A person gets over appendicitis with an operation.
It takes 2 weeks to get over the mumps.
He gets over a stomachache in 1 day.
It takes her a short time to get over a friend's departure.
Page 379.
To get rid of is to remove or to exterminate.
A cat gets rid of mice.
You get rid of mosquitoes with a sprayer.
I get rid of unwelcome guests early.
She gets rid of the trash in the morning.
She gets rid of her old hats. Page 380.
An exterminator gets rid of insects.
He gets rid of the rabbits in his vegetable garden.
The restaurant gets rid of its customers at 10 p.m.
She gets rid of the papers on her desk in the afternoon.
He gets rid of his old ties.
Page 381.
To get up is to arise or to stand.
She gets up at 6 p.m.
Farmers get up early.
He gets up when there's a lady in the room.
She gets up to shake hands. I get up to pay the bill.
Page 382.
He gets up at 7 a.m.
Singers get up late.
He gets up to give her his seat.
He gets up to give them a hug.
You get up to put on your coat.
Page 383.
To get back is to return.
They go to school at 8 o'clock. They get back home at 3:30.
They go to the country on the weekend. They get back to town on Sunday evening. I go on vacation every June. I get back in July.
He goes on a camping trip every 3 months. He gets back in 3 days.
He goes to the swimming pool every day in the summer. He gets back in 3 hours.
Page 384.
She goes to a cafeteria for lunch. She gets back to work after lunch.
He goes out every afternoon. He gets back here at 6 p.m.
You go to the beach every winter. You get back in the spring.
She goes on a skiing trip every month. She gets back in 3 days.
She goes to the beauty salon every Friday. She gets back in 2 hours.
Page 385.
To get away is to leave for a time.
We get away on the weekend.
He gets away for a hunting trip in October.
She gets away from the children for a few hours.
The executive gets away from the city often.
He gets away from the burning building. Page 386.
He gets away once a year.
He gets away for a fishing trip in July.
He gets away from the office for 2 hours.
The farmer gets away from the farm frequently.
He gets away from the falling bricks.
Page 387.
To get along with is to have a relationship with.
He gets along well with his sister.
She gets along well with her husband.
He gets along well with his friends.
She gets along well with the other secretary.
Some dogs get along well with cats. Page 388.
He doesn't get along well with his mother-in-law.
She doesn't get along well with her sister-in-law.
He doesn't get along well with his parents.
She doesn't get along well with her boss.
Some dogs don't get along well with cats.
Page 389.
To get lost is to lose one's way. I get lost in a strange city.
He gets lost in the woods.
Children get lost frequently. I get lost in strange streets.
He gets lost in a big department store. Page 390.
You get lost in a foreign country.
She gets lost in the jungle.
She gets lost when she's alone.
He gets lost on the highway.
The child gets lost in the market.
Page 391.
To get in touch with is to contact. I get in touch with them by telephone.
He gets in touch with the bank by telex.
She gets in touch with him by mail.
I get in touch with her on her birthday.
She gets in touch with me when she's lonely.
Page 392.
In an emergency, she gets in touch with us by telephone.
He gets in touch with the soldiers by walkie-talkie.
He gets in touch with the other people by radio.
I get in touch with them on Christmas Day. I get in touch with her when I'm not busy.
Module 16.
Page 393.
I keep my money in the bank.
You keep your passport in the drawer.
He keeps his keys on a key ring.
She keeps food in the refrigerator.
She keeps the dish towels in the kitchen.
Page 394.
I keep my change in my pocket.
She keeps her jewels in a safe.
He keeps his identification in his wallet.
She keeps matches beside the stove.
She keeps the bath towels in the bathroom.
Page 395.
I keep milk in the refrigerator.
She keeps detergent in the kitchen.
He keeps bread in a plastic bag.
I keep the broom in the house.
You keep the coffee pot on the stove.
Page 396.
I don't keep wine in the refrigerator. I keep it in the cabinet.
She doesn't keep insecticide in the kitchen. She keeps it in the basement.
He doesn't keep fruit in a plastic bag. He keeps it in a fruit bowl. I don't keep the jack in the house. I keep it in the garage.
You don't keep the meat on the stove. You keep it in the freezer. Page 397.
Do you keep the door locked at night?
Yes, I do.
Do I keep the light on in the evening?
Yes, you do.
Does she keep her kitchen clean?
Yes, she does.
Does he keep his house in good condition?
No, He doesn't.
Does he keep his shoes shined?
Yes, he does. Page 398.
Do you keep the windows locked at night?
No, I don't. I keep it open.
Do I keep the air conditioner on all night?
No, you don't. You keep it off.
Does she keep her bedroom clean?
No, she doesn't. She keeps it messy.
Does he keep his yard in good condition?
No, he doesn't. He keeps it in bad condition.
Does he keep his jackets ironed?
No, he doesn't. He keeps them wrinkled. Page 399.
Doesn't the stewardess keep the passengers happy?
Yes, she does.
Doesn't the teacher keep the students studying?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't the newspaper keep people informed?
Yes, it does.
Doesn't the maid keep the furniture free of dust?
Yes, she does.
Doesn't a sport keep children fit?
Yes, it does. Page 400.
Doesn't the boss keep people happy?
No, he doesn't. He keeps them busy.
Doesn't the coach keep the players studying?
No, he doesn't. He keeps them running.
Doesn't a mystery keep people informed?
No, it doesn't. It keeps them in suspense.
Doesn't the gardener keep the yard free of dust?
No, he doesn't. He keeps it free of weeds.
Doesn't a game keep children fit?
No, it doesn't. It keeps them occupied. Page 401.
To keep off is to stay away from.
They have to keep off the grass.
Deep snow keeps cars off the highway.
She keeps them off the rug when they have their shoes on.
The fans have to keep off the soccer field.
He keeps off the streets at night. Page 402.
We have to keep off the grounds of the mansion.
The rain keeps people off the streets.
She keeps them off the floor when she mops.
People have to keep off the tennis court.
She keeps off the unexplored paths.
Page 403.
To keep away from is to avoid.
They keep away from sick people.
Policemen keep people away from disaster areas.
She keeps away from dark areas at night.
He's claustrophobic. He keeps away from elevators.
He's afraid of heights. He keeps away from mountains. Page 404.
He keeps away from the gossips.
Firemen keep people away from the fires.
He keeps away from dangerous places.
He doesn't know how to swim. He keeps away from the water.
She's shy. She keeps away from people.
Page 405.
To keep in mind is to consider.
He keeps their work in mind before he gives a raise.
She keeps the temperature in mind before she goes out.
A pilot keeps the checklist in mind before he takes off.
A surgeon keeps his patient in mind when he operates.
He keeps the climate in mind when he goes on vacation. Page 406.
The teacher keeps their conduct in mind before she gives a grade.
He keeps the road conditions in mind before he drives.
A racer keeps the tires in mind when he races.
A nurse keeps the schedule in mind when she gives medicine.
She keeps the time in mind when she's out to lunch.